We are live, or should be.
A dinosaur story.
No.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the alive, hopefully alive, undead, whatever we are right now. You're joining us for the pilot episode of Welcome to Nightgrove High, a new actual play coming to you from Final Show Films, using the system of Monster of the Week. We are going to start off, as so many Monster of the Week shows do, with a cold open. So we're going to be a little bit different this week. We're going to go around, and I would like all of these wonderful folks to introduce themselves. But for now, just tell us who you are, and we'll worry about who you're playing in a little bit. First off, I'm Craig. I'm playing your keeper. I know everybody tuning into Final Show Films is used to really meticulously produced maps, situationally aware game masters, and things like that. Well, prepare to be disappointed, because I'm a messy bitch, and you're not getting any of that in this one.
Here for it.
Leading into our group of folks, Mara, would you care to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Mara. I'm not entirely sure if I'm supposed to talk about a character, but I'm here.
What would you like? Would you like to tell us who you'll be in our cold open?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll be playing Mark Toland, the new kid. And I'm just really excited to be here.
Excellent. Jeremy, how about you?
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Holden. I have to look up my character's name. Because I knew the last name, I just forgot the rest of it.
Yeah, that's okay.
How could you forget the last name? I am Richie Corporation the Third.
Yeah, scion of the Corporation family, founders
Scion
of the Corporation
family, quarterback for the team. Because I'm playing towards type.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to ease everybody in, give you all a character that would really feel at home.
I'm not gonna lie. I looked at that. I was like, huh. Okay, we'll see how this goes.
Holly, would you care to go next, please?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Holly. For the cold opening, I can't talk. I'm going to be playing Charity Lancaster. She is just a wonderful person who has never done anything wrong or nasty in her life.
She's so sweet. I love her.
She is. She's fabulous.
I love that for her. Trevian, would you care to tell us about yourself and your character?
I'm Drevian, and I'll be Cecil Harmon. And welcome to Nightgrove High.
Excellent. And Shawnee William,
Hi,
would you care to go next?
Shawnee, and I am playing Victor Wall. Victor Wall am offensive tackle. Victor Wall not well read, but why read book when can tackle?
Very well said. Thank you, Victor. Sen will be joining us for this campaign, but not tonight, unfortunately. So we will be beginning our journey into Nightgrove without Sen, and Sen will get caught up. What is Nightgrove? You may very well be asking. Well, I'd like to start off by welcoming everybody to the town of Nightgrove, which is a sleepy little town in rural northern Maryland. We start off in the fall of 1995. Things are pretty normal here in Nightgrove. Sure, the community college had to delay its opening this fall because of the mysterious lights overhead that kept interfering with the power. And admittedly, there's still that occasional issue where all the taps in town run red with what Mayor Corporation assures us isn't blood. But otherwise, pretty normal. Maybe you have lived here all your life. Maybe you're new to town, in which case, hey, welcome. Either way, the leaves are turning, the air is crisp, and harvest is right around the corner. Autumn really is the best time of year in Nightgrove, am I right? Go Nighthawks! So, as we pick up on this beautiful, crisp fall night, September 15th, if you'd like to know, we find a cherry red Camaro, the top down, despite the chill in the air, cruising southwest on Carroll Road, heading out of the main center of Nightgrove and down towards the agricultural areas. At the wheel, which is natural because it's his car, we see Ritchie Corporation.
Yep.
Richie, do you want to describe what the camera might show us in its first few moments of R or you?
I think you basically see. I assume most people have seen Home Improvement. You basically see Zachary Ty Bryan. I think that's the oldest one.
Okay.
Yes.
Except for older, because yeah, I never watched the the later episodes, but except for I think probably about 40-50% more asshole.
Emotionally or physically?
Emotion.
Okay. It's some kind of scientific anomaly. He's 40% more asshole than the average man.
Nope, not saying the line that came to my mind.
I was gonna say.
You should say it anyway, Shawnee.
No. I refuse.
We're 5 minutes in. It can't go blue this quickly.
But yeah, I think driving with his knees, obviously.
Of course.
Because that's totally the cool thing to do. Arm or elbow out the window, other hand holding whatever beer is popular in this particular
probably area. I mean, it's Maryland, it's north of Baltimore. It's probably a can of Natty Boh.
So there you go.
All right, fantastic. Now, seated in the passenger seat is Richie's best friend, Victor Wall. And what do we see as the camera sort of pans over to Victor Wall, who has someone in his lap, but we'll come to her in just a moment. What do we see?
You're the safest drivers ever.
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
Victor am Wall of muscle. Camera has to like pan out from panning over from that's like turns over from Richie and it has to pan out because Victor is absolutely the like brick shithouse individual, like in this TV show, absolutely being played A by an adult and B by a bodybuilder.
Yeah, fair. Okay, great.
It's
so go ahead.
What was it? Parker Lewis Can't Lose. Now I'm getting into kind of the deep cuts. I'm glad that Craig remember. You know the guy I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. As probably I don't. If this is not accurate, I don't want to know about it. Please don't make me feel older than I already do. But Jeremy and I, as the two people on the call who, at the very least, were in high school in the '90s, if not maybe the only people on the call who were alive in the '90s. But hello. Yeah.
We were all alive in the 90s. Shawnee and I are the youngest two, and we were born in mid-90s. So.
Mid-90s. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So for all we know, the events of Welcome to Nightgrove High are the grim portents that hailed your arrival in the world. But fantastic. Okay, so the camera has had to pull out a little bit.
I had to pull out a bit because again, this slab of meat, just absolute like chiseled, like jutting jawline, like flat top crew cut.
Flat top, love it.
Just
oh no.
Cool.
All right.
Looks like Arnie in the Predator movies, kind of.
Yeah, and like the muscles that are on display don't seem particularly useful or like the ones you would develop if you were actually an offensive lineman, but
no, just like bodybuilder muscles, absolutely aesthetic.
Yeah,
giant meathead.
To be fair, aesthetic muscles as a lineman are kind of useful because if the other line aren't confident that they can take you, they're less effective.
That's fair. if you're just straight up looking at a like 35-year-old bodybuilder dressed like a high school football tackle, sure, absolutely, which is probably the case here. But sitting in Victor's lap, we see Charity. Holly, would you like to tell us as the camera sort of refocuses on another target a little bit? Would you like to tell us who we see?
Smaller target in the lap, yes. Charity is average height, dark blonde hair pulled back into a high ponytail with a neon pink hair scrunchie. She is wearing designer jeans with knee-high black boots. And even though it is getting cooler in the air, she is wearing a hot pink tank top.
Excellent. Are Victor and Richie wearing their varsity jackets?
Yeah. Why would you even ask this?
I know. Dumb question. Dark purple in the main body, white leather sleeves, with the Night Veil and the Nighthawk emblazoned on the chest.
If I had to guess, Victor has the varsity jacket. Yeah, no. Has the varsity jacket on, but underneath it is just a tank top, just a muscle shirt.
Yeah, that tracks for sure. Yeah, sorry, I just saw the picture. Sitting less comfortably, crammed into the back seat, there are two more individuals. Drev, why don't you tell us about Cecil?
Cecil has a notebook out and is narrating quietly to himself. It is Friday, September 15th, 1995. The moon phase is the last quarter and it is currently in Gemini. And just writing down things about we're heading out of town a little ways, but he is, aside from the notebook, he is a rather scrawny figure, but but on the taller side. Pale complexion, has shorter hair. Otherwise, kind of nondescript.
Okay. All right.
Very easily blends into the crowd. To pick him out from a crowd, you'd listen for his voice more than look for him specifically.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And you're you're sort of mumbling out loud as you were writing in the notebook. Is that right?
It's less a mumble and more a stage whisper.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Okay, great.
Dude, why are you narrating?
Yeah, and the person speaking that, sitting crammed into the backseat of this Camaro, is Mark. And Mara, as Mark turns and asks this question, would you care to describe Mark?
I'm not even I don't want to acknowledge this. I want to distance myself from this.
Fantastic.
I don't want to be associated with this.
Okay.
I'm going to be cool. I'm imagining a young Matt Mercer type.
Okay. No. All right.
Longish hair with a vest, leaning away from this weirdo who is muttering a narration to himself for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And is just gonna sort of lean forward and are we he sort of tries to pitch down. Are we almost there yet?
Excellent. So let me also ask you, what is Mark wearing that lets us know that Mark is from away?
Ooh. It's a very good question. I think
You can think on that for a second if you want to. So while you're thinking about that, and while you sort of leave this question hanging, the song currently playing on the radio finishes out, And we hear the voice of the announcer crackle back in. That was As I Lay Me Down by Sophie B. Hawkins at number 10. You're listening to Top 40 with Casey Kasem here on KGRV, radio from Chase Community College in beautiful Nightgrove, Maryland. Counting down to Gangster's Paradise at number 1 from the hit film Dangerous Minds, still in theaters because it's September 1995. Why not catch a showing at the Corporation Bowling Arcade Theater and Fun Complex this weekend down at the Slaughter Hollow Mall? Speaking of this weekend, make sure you have your tickets to this year's Harvest, kicking off this Thursday at the County Fairgrounds. Sheriff Dedman assures us that there are search and rescue teams ready at the corn maze, and the Nightgrove Volunteer Fire Department has been training all summer in preparation for the burning of the Wicker Man. Kids and teens, kids 10 and under get in free. And now, coming in at number 9, here's Only Want to Be With You by Hootie and the Blowfish. And
Sorry,
as the
that wasn't Casey Kasem. That was Casey Kasem. Sorry.
who's to
That
say?
sounded accurate to me. 10 out of fucking 10. 0 notes.
Cecil comments, well done, Casey. You have another hour and 15 minutes left of your show.
About this time is when the beer can flies into the back and lands right on the notebook, probably spilling whatever the small amount that's left.
How do you
Outlines it, like outlines the drops, and
what meaning and pattern does Cecil glean from the spatter pattern?
No.
three drips, just like the numerological life path of someone born today.
So, with that reassurance that you're definitely riding in the back seat with a super cool guy,
Yup.
A brown moon rises. Fresh beer has been spilled this night.
Mark, what are you? Did you decide on what gives you away as a non-local?
I think he
May I make a
is
suggestion?
wearing a Hawaiian shirt over like a long sleeve because he was told that we were going to do bring your party clothes, we're going out.
Excellent.
God.
Fantastic.
My already my fucking teenage self just wants to crawl into a hole and die.
Yay! Trauma.
That's exactly the feeling I wanted from it.
A little lighthearted fun. Speaking of which, does Charity have anything to add conversationally at this part as the soothing sounds of the blowfish filter through the car?
Not much.
I got Shawnee with that one.
She'll probably just every once in a while she'll say something to it's Mark, right?
Yeah.
In the back, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And the other one that for some reason is with us again, because we've already done this to him.
Because it was so fun the first time.
Apparently. Yeah. No, she'll like every once in a while just say something like, you are gonna love it. We had such a good time last time. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Great. Yeah. No, I've never
Yeah.
done this before. Snipe hunting.
Yeah, we got so many last time, right?
Snipe hunt very fortuitous mission.
So what do we do with them? Like after, like we get them.
Snipe hunt
Totally.
catch and release program.
Oh. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I done some fishing with my dad. It's good.
It's totally the same, but with
Great.
not fish.
Yeah.
Snipe and
birds,
bird.
right?
Snipe and bird.
Yeah, birds.
Sweet. It's gonna be good. Looking forward to this.
Richie, you can see coming up in the headlights, you can see the slightly crooked powder blue mailbox that marks the turnoff into the Kellerman farm.
Up. Everybody, we're almost there. So once we get there, remember, you got to stay quiet. We're experienced. We know how this works, but
Yeah, of course.
I don't want you scaring them.
No.
Added
You have
bonus,
to
it shuts
listen.
them up.
You have to listen to all our instructions, okay?
Yeah.
So do you
Yep.
turn in to the entry? It's a gravel drive off of the cracked paved expanse of Carroll Road.
Mhm.
And as you turn in past the mailbox, you can see the gravel drive proceeds a little ways and then it splits. Off to the left, there is a not even gravel, just dirt path that heads off between the cornfields, which are not quite as high as an elephant's eye yet, but seem to have been mostly harvested. But the dry stalks still remain, and have not been baled up and made room for Timothy hay or other things that'll be going in over the winter months. Off to the right, the gravel continues and heads up, and you know that that's what will take you up towards the old Kellerman place, their barn. There's an old, you're aware from previous visits, there's an old tobacco barn up that way. Kellermans are an old family in the area. Their kids have moved away, so it's just an older couple that live here by themselves. They have some seasonal help to come in and help them out with the farm. You know that the pathway off to the left, that dirt road, will go up. It splits out a couple times, but then loops back in and comes back into the gravel drive farther up, closer to the house. But if you want to park out of sight of the house, as you look up that way, you can still see a light or two on in the farmhouse.
All right. Yep.
But from what you know, the Kellermans don't tend to come out and about too often at night these days.
Okay.
So probably heading off to the left is going to be the way to go. But you tell me, where does Richie take the car and park it? Do you stay on the road? Do you veer off into the cornfields?
Oh yeah, I think it's a veer off. With
Okay.
absolute precision, of
Okay.
course.
Of course.
Because we are like probably 3 beers in.
I was just going to ask, how many empty cans are there? Not just yours, but collectively.
Rolling around in the back.
Yeah.
I give 3 of mine.
Okay. I am I correct in assuming that all of them are in the back? They've just been tossed back each time they're in the front.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
One may have dinged off of someone's forehead. He doesn't care whose.
Okay. Well, excellent.
Oh,
So, yeah.
sorry.
No, it's all right.
So you're here.
Yeah,
And
I've
it's
got.
snipe
There
hunting
was
time.
3 of mine, and then I don't know however many.
Were beers offered to the people in the back?
Beers were aggressively encouraged.
Excellent. I have
Okay.
had 2. I'm working on my second.
It was not
Okay.
explicitly said, drink this or you'll get the shit kicked out of you, but that was kind of the message.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be cool, so
It's not peer threats, it's peer pressure.
yeah.
All right.
Victor am nursing 1 beer, not want to bother Charity.
How about Charity's? Charity drinking?
He's like sipping a beer.
Okay. All right.
Charity-
And
All I can think is Charity's like the really practical and brought like some wine coolers with her instead of the beers.
Yeah.
that is also
I feel like
absolutely a
that
possibility.
tracks.
Yeah. What about Cecil? Is Cecil drinking at all?
No.
Are you pretending to?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Excellent.
Cecil doesn't want to be inebriated, so he can get good pictures of the snipes.
Great.
Cecil also wants to keep all of Cecil's blood in Cecil's body.
Yeah.
So most people have a natty bow. Charity has a Bartles and James.
Sure.
Oh my god. Again, I think I just had a sympathetic like gag reflex.
What color is it, Charity? What color? I hesitate to say flavor.
Peach.
Pink an option because I really feel.
I was
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
it's
Of
pink,
course.
right? Like it's
Okay.
absolutely pink.
Absolutely. Whatever
Fantastic.
Pink.
whatever they could whatever colors were more attractive to underage people, that was their marketing
Mhm.
strategy.
It's a pink lemonade wine cooler.
Yeah, it's like or like non-denominational berry.
I think the flavor is it's just pink.
If you are if you are unfamiliar with Bartles and James, they are essentially the geriatric grandparent of White Claw.
Beautiful.
Yep. Here in the Pacific Northwest, I don't know if this is all over the place, but is Boone's Ferry here?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Boone's Ferry, because you could get it in stuff that sounded like liquor, because there was a peach schnapps flavor, and I don't remember what the other one was. So you could pretend that it was actually peach schnapps.
Okay. All right. Well, so as you all disembark, I assume the kids in the front seat hop out and probably leave it to those in the back seat to either hop over or try to disengage the recliner on the front seat to get
Mhm.
out. So I will actually ask our two backseat residents, Mark and Cecil, how do you all let yourself out of the backseat of this convertible?
I feel like I should just be able to climb out.
Okay.
That's cooler. I feel like that's
Mhm.
cooler.
Okay.
Fiddling around with the stupid little hinge is boring.
I'm so excited for this because it means you're going to try to look cool and look 10 times less cool than you would have otherwise.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that is
We've
that
been
is
there.
I'm gonna try and do it with my beer because I
hell yeah.
am not
Oh,
done
no.
with that.
okay.
Oh no.
While that attempt is happening, Cecil, how do you get out?
Cecil is familiar with the back seat and knows where the lever is and everything.
Okay.
But
So
it
you're
is
doing it
still,
the conventional way.
but it is still like Cecil is taller than he should be to be in the back seat.
Oh yeah.
So it's like sprawling out like a weird emergence that
Spider-Man just like
yeah.
roll.
You have your knees are in your eye sockets back there.
I'm definitely getting into too much into character because when you said Cecil was familiar with the backseat, I immediately want to say, yeah, so does Richie.
Hey, that's perfect. Mark, how do you fuck this up?
I think I missed because I'm 1.5 beers in, and he's a lightweight because of course. And so I think a foot gets stuck on a center console and pitches forward. The beer does get spilled in the car.
In the car.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
It's
All right.
gonna happen.
All right.
And he sort of tumbles forward, manages to like catch himself kind of on the seat, but the beer is spilled, and it's not as graceful as he wanted. He wanted to look cool, clambering out, slick. Did not work.
So Richie, you see all of that because you
Whoa,
are in the middle.
Watch it, asshole.
I feel like an important question is this spilled on the driver's side or the passenger side of the front seat?
I think he'd probably try and go out of the driver's side. I don't know which side we were on, like comparatively, but
we did not determine that.
We did not.
I'm asking.
Nope.
Yeah. I think I tried to go out the driver's side.
All right.
Okay.
So Richie gets a wet driver's seat.
Yeah. As soon as you stumble, like almost get to your feet, you are immediately shoved to the ground.
Shit. Sorry. I didn't mean to. Fuck. Yeah,
fucking dork.
Shit. Here, he's gonna bundle up the Hawaiian shirt, which is
Fantastic.
orange with white leaves on it,
Okay.
to help like clean up the mess caused. Cause yeah, not cool, man.
All right,
All right.
that mollifies just enough that I just
Yeah.
ignore you and yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do with the shirt? Do you toss it in the backseat? Do you toss it in the trunk? Do you just toss it on the side of the road?
I think I'm gonna hang on to it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
just kind of ball it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think
go ahead.
Richie's gonna grab it and go ahead and make sure you put it back on.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I want to apologize for my character.
No, that's fantastic.
No, I legitimately do.
No, that's great.
Listen, I will play a chaotic evil blood magic cleric who does all sorts of horrible things. But no, this is the worst.
Victor, while this is going on, I would imagine you are going around to the trunk and getting out.
The trunk and getting bags. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us what you're getting.
I think legitimately Victor just like opens up the back seat and just pulls out like a pair of burlap sacks.
Great.
It's just like oversized. Probably with like big letter print that just says bird on the front of it.
Amazing. Like stenciled or just like hand drawn?
Like probably like spray paint stenciled bird on side of burlap sack.
Oh, that's
God damn it,
fantastic.
Victor.
Was his art project.
I get really a look like, really? Doesn't say anything.
Victor's like, what?
It looks great, babe.
Hand one bag to each victim.
Okay. All right. All right.
Cecil takes the bag. Is like, Victor, you got these stencils quite nicely this time around.
Oh, thank you, Victor. Work hard on that.
What are these for?
Bag and for
What
snipe.
the I don't know. What does it say on it?
Bird.
Are you going to carry them all around in your hands?
No, I got it. I got the bag.
Bag and for
what's
hold
next?
snipe.
Jesus.
You two have simple job. Go into field, wait quietly. Victor
Quiet.
Victor and Richie stir snipes. You two catch when find.
Okay. Yeah. I can do that. Ready, Cecil?
That was
Okay.
a question directed at Cecil. Does Cecil answer
Yeah.
at all?
Cecil is
I did not catch that.
Yeah, it just said ready.
Yes.
Okay.
Go stand over there. Charity will point.
so let's you all are probably going to walk them in to make sure they're far enough in.
Yeah.
Are all three of you going, or is somebody staying with the car?
No, I'm going.
Okay.
Presumably all three of us.
Definitely going.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So how many minutes are you all walking into the cornfield?
5-minute walk, I figure.
A couple minutes, and then I'm gonna stop and are we figure this is far enough?
You get pushed.
Okay.
Yeah. Cecil's familiar with us and just keeps walking.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like Richie pushes for more like 15 minutes. 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. All right.
Charity
that-
totally agrees with that.
At that moment when you stop, and Richie pushes you. The group kind of comes to a halt. And as you are walking through this cornfield, there is the consistent sound, the rustling sound of the leaves. The wind is blowing them. It creates kind of a susurrus, almost like waves washing up on a beach, that dry constant sound around you. But as you all stop just for a moment longer, there is the sound of something else other than the wind moving the corn, which stops just as Richie gives you the push.
Oh, the snipes, they must be out hunting and throwing their poor prey onto spikes.
The fuck are you talking about?
They're little birds. They grab their prey and throw them on spikes to take care of them.
Victor thinks Cecil M thinking of shrikes.
The fuck's a
Shrike.
shrike?
I think
Shrike-
you're right, Victor. I think it's a
Shrike,
shrike.
Shrike M predatory bird. Drop prey on spike. Impalement.
Great. Yeah. Totally.
I think this is far enough, Richie.
What kind of face does Charity make at Victor when Victor shares this information?
I feel like she's used to it now,
Okay.
and she kind of just ignores it.
Okay.
Victor knows too many weird things for how stupidly he talks.
'Cause I think they've been together a couple weeks now, so she's
Right.
used to it.
Which is like a year
a
in high
serious
school dating.
relationship.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, and
You've had 2 anniversaries already.
Well, it started so well because for like the first week, he was also dating Ruby.
God. Did you guys have your first date on like Labor Day, like right before school started?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Or was had Ruby and Victor broken up by the start of school, or was there some overlap?
I think there was a little bit of overlap because I feel
Okay.
like it was a dramatic thing.
Okay, so it's like it wasn't like people came back and be like, oh, they're dating different people. They came back still together,
Mhm.
and now
But
they're
he was
not. Okay.
dating Charity.
yeah. That's much worse.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
Yeah, Charity will be like a little nervous when she hears that though, and just say, "Okay, this is far enough, Richie."
Fine, whatever. All right. You fuckers wait here. We'll,
Yeah.
make him come out.
Okay, be completely still and quiet. It might take a while, okay? So you need to be patient.
Okay.
We go stir snipes.
I'm gonna fiddle with the opening of the bag. Shift slightly, looking around, but being quiet.
Cecil being quiet too.
He's still being quiet, but he's kind of fiddling like no one's noticed it until this point, but Cecil's pulled out a Polaroid,
Okay.
an old Polaroid camera, and
Excellent.
is like making sure it's ready.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Richie, Victor, and Charity, are you all headed back to the car as best you can?
Presumably.
Yes. However, on the way back, like we walked a long way, but about I think once we get a little bit of distance, Richie pulls out a can of lighter fluid from his jacket. And is going to start just spray it on the ground as we walk to leave a nice trail, because this is obviously the point where you up it. Before you made them wait forever and then come back. Now we got to scare them. Also, that
Right.
Cecil fucker's weird, and the other one's a dork.
He already came with us once.
Right.
It's probably
That's why we're upping the ante.
Yeah, no, they deserve whatever they get.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna set fire to a field,
I think
Because
Victor,
that's what an asshole does.
I think Victor is kind of the like unintentional asshole. He's the big lug goon with like too stupid to really know better.
Yes.
And thus I think he's like moderately hesitant about this, but you're the boss, so he's just gonna go along with it.
Yep. I have two dovetailing questions for the three of you. Holly has just stepped away, so I will wait for a moment to ask it until Holly comes back, and instead, I will ask Mark and Cecil. How are you all, at least in these first 5 minutes or so, are you all holding up and holding steady? Is one of you moving around? What are you doing? Because I will say, as they move off out of sight and you all are listening, after that sort of initial what are you doing, that talk, you can hear the other three moving off, and then it from your perspective, it sounds like they must be splitting up to go in different directions to scare the snipe from different directions, because you can hear, you know, at least one or two of them heading in one direction, but then it sounds like one of them has obviously veered off to the side, because you're hearing sounds of motion from kind of off to the north, and then a little while later you're still hearing some fading sounds in the direction that you're pretty sure you came. You're hearing sounds off to the north, and then you're also hearing some sounds off to the south. So it sounds like for whatever reason the three of them have split up.
Okay. I think I'm gonna nudge Cecil and just sort of like indicate, like, you go, like, using hand signals, basically trying to say, you look in that direction, I'll look in this one, and then like sort of like that, like not quite backs to each other, but like kind of doing that like coverage, because I don't want to miss the snipes.
Right.
That would be the worst.
Definitely not.
Cecil will turn, and he's standing like oddly still. Like more still than you think a person should be able to stand.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive. We were told to be quiet, so I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying not to move. I think Mark's a little more nervous.
Okay. So seeing Cecil standing stock still, are you then turning and splitting off and going in a different direction?
I think I'm staying with him. Like, I don't want to move unless, like, if it seems like the sounds are coming, like, I'm trying to gauge where the sounds are coming from and where these birds are going to be coming out, because I don't want to miss them. That's my worst fear, is that these snipes will come out of the corn around us and I'll miss catching any of them, and that would suck.
Okay. So you're looking around. Cecil, are you sort of head locked as well, or is your head on a swivel? You're looking around.
It's kind of locked, but I think Cecil's looking in the direction of the sound that went off.
Okay. All right. So you're looking that way, and sort of peering in that direction. Mark, you're looking around a little bit more, and the wind is picking up a little bit. It is getting a little colder, which is especially not great wearing a beer-soaked Hawaiian shirt on top of your other shirt. So you're really starting to feel it at this point.
Yeah. I might actually start moving if it's cold, just to keep warm, like, as this goes on, I think.
And it's sort of as the rows of corn husks are moving back and forth, you see in the direction of one of the sounds, you can actually see, just sort of for a moment, another stock still figure standing off in that direction, silhouetted and dark, but just kind of on the edge. The moon tonight is
it's in the last quarter.
Well, it's the waning part of its cycle. It's one night shy of half full. Mm-hmm. So
it's like I specifically looked up what days the moon was and what the zodiac is.
No, it's September 1995 on the 15th. It was one night before half moon.
Yeah. No, that's clearly names Richie or Victor probably. So I'm keeping an eye out that direction, because they're gonna start making noise any minute now.
Okay. Absolutely. So you look, and the branches are moving around a little bit more, but that figure seems to be standing there, about maybe 20 paces away from you or so.
Oh, that's not very far.
No, not super far. Seems like it's wearing like a broad-brimmed hat, arms sort of out, and looks like maybe a coat or a dress.
Oh shit. Okay, it's just a scarecrow. That's fine. That's totally fine. Freak me out a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, just a scarecrow.
Yeah, just a scarecrow.
And you could hear at this point, there are sounds sort of down low, on the ground around something skittering or moving around, down at the ground level in the corner around you.
I'm gonna. No, I can't make noise. I think I want to try and like move away from that. I don't like the idea of like a mouse or something running up my leg.
Okay.
And there may be mice in this field. I don't know. I'm not a country kid, so I don't really know. I think I'm gonna start moving around. Just trying to get away from those sounds and keep warm.
Okay. All right. So you're moving around. Cecil, you still stock still?
Yep.
You're also hearing the same sounds at ground level. I'm going to hop back to our other group as you all are walking back. Richie is pouring out the lighter fluid. Are you emptying the whole thing as you walk?
Oh, by the time we get back there, I mean, it's a 5-minute walk, so we're not even going to make it back to the car before I light it. But
Sure.
Unless
yeah,
it's empty, I toss it, and then I pull out the second one.
Well, you tell me, do you?
Yep.
Okay. So around that time that you fill out the second one,
because that makes a good TV show comedic beat.
Yes, absolutely. So I have 2 dovetailing questions for the 3 of you, for the Manners kids. Which of you has the best sense of direction, and why isn't that one leading you?
If I were to hazard a guess, I would say it's Victor, and because he is just a follower in most cases. But I think Victor is the one who does the most survival skill and like the most practical skills of the 3 of them. It is just like he's a big dumb lug that everyone doesn't take seriously, so he kind of follows and assumes that everyone else knows as much as he does.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Victor Victor is a linebacker, so clearly he has to know which direction to go. So I agree. I 100% think that it's Victor.
Okay. All right. And if Richie is pouring things out, Charity, does that mean that you're the one who is heading us ostensibly back to the car?
Absolutely. Well, I feel like she's holding Victor's hand and just like leading him.
Okay. How does she get the direction wrong?
Probably just not paying attention.
Okay. All right.
Just focusing on the lighter fluid.
Yeah. So the second can of lighter fluid is gone at this point, and you all realize it's been 1 week. No, it's been longer.
Damn it!
Walking back in this direction than it took you to get to where you dropped off the dork and the weirdo.
Can I light the fluid before we figure that out?
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Just have a fire going while we're also lost. Yeah.
100%. Otherwise, I might not light it, and we wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, the fire will show you where you went, and then you can like navigate off of that.
Yeah, but we're not going to go back there because the dorks are there.
Yeah. So you light it, unless Charity or Victor does anything to impede the lighting of the fire in the corn patch where you all currently are.
I think Victor is a little distracted by realizing he doesn't know where they are.
Same.
Fair. I think Victor is distracted by that. So as Richie, what are you using to light it? Do you have a lighter? Do you have a box of matches?
Oh, absolutely a lighter. Yeah.
Okay. What is it about the lighter that lets us know that Richie is an even bigger douchebag than we already knew?
Custom engraved Zippo.
No, it is. It absolutely is. and I feel like it has an edgelord bent to it.
Okay.
So
Skull and Crossbones Zippo.
Huh?
Skull and Crossbones Zippo with your name on it.
I'm thinking no, it is. You know the people we were eating last game?
Yeah.
Oh, Richie is the kind of edgelord asshole to have gotten their particular favorite geometric symbol on the Zippo.
Yeah.
And then when anybody calls him out on it, he's like, "What? I just like history."
Yeah.
Just a Wehrmacht Zippo. Yeah.
The other option is it two cool S's?
Yeah, no, I think that because that would be vaguely more acceptable. He might be able to get away with that.
Right.
Because if there's one thing Richie cannot possibly have a semi-believable explanation of, it's that no, I'm just a Buddhist.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, there were a lot of things about rural Maryland in the 90s that were not great. I will say this: if you rolled into school with a fucking swastika, your ass was getting kicked out.
Yeah.
So, or just kicked, maybe both. But yeah. Anyway, yeah. So it's two cool S's. So it says SS.
Very cool S's.
Yeah. But ostensibly just you're just into counterculture. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, lighting it up, and as it starts to crackle, Victor, we've established that this is the moment you realize that you're not where you're supposed to be. And Charity, I would like you to tell me what favorite item of jewelry or other accoutrement are you realizing in this moment has fallen off somewhere between the car and where you dropped the dorks off?
Her choker necklace.
Oh no.
Tell us about the choker necklace.
It's pink and purple, and it has a little silver heart dangling from it.
Okay.
And it was a birthday gift from her parents.
Okay.
That is a creepy thing to get your kid.
It's speaking of kid.
Yeah.
Pink purple with a silver heart. Okay. So as you all are having this realization, and as Holly steps away, Mark, you're moving around. Cecil, you're staying. The two of you can spot suddenly far off, just a little bit of that sort of orangey red light. Maybe a bonfire, but something. There is some sudden light picking up, kind of off to, vaguely off to the east.
Well, that's actually reassuring because we'll have a bonfire after this. We're gonna this is totally normal. This is totally normal, and try not to look at it because that'll ruin your night vision. I read that somewhere. So I'm trying to. I think I look at it and then quickly realize that I shouldn't have done that because I'm blinking a lot.
Yep. Cecil, what is your response to this light?
Concerned because we're in the middle of a cornfield, a dry husk of cornfield, and it's I don't think that's far enough away to be a bonfire.
Also, this didn't happen last time.
That too.
The sounds at ground level are getting at the occurrence of the light are starting to get more audible and more frequent and sort of more expansive. And it seems like from that general direction, you can hear sounds coming towards you. So maybe this is just a very effective way, or a very direct way of scaring snipes.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna crouch and get ready.
All right.
I'm gonna look at my bag, sort of shake it out. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna sort of do some. I'm trying to figure out how to hold the bag like wide.
Okay.
Which
poor fucker.
Fantastic. Yeah. So you're sort of sitting down, hunkering down, trying to hold it up.
Yeah,
hold it
I'm
wide.
like chucking it on my chin and seeing if that works. That looks
yeah.
stupid. I can't do that. I'm gonna try and like wedge my elbow in to like. Yeah, that's cool.
You are
Ready.
you are as snipe ready as possible as these
Yep.
sounds come towards you, and as that light is getting a little bit brighter and a little bit more a little bit larger from your perspective. Cecil, what are you doing? Are you preparing for an incoming snipe with a camera or with your bag? What are you doing?
Cecil has like the bag hanging from one hand kind of open,
Mm-hmm.
but otherwise, and using that same hand to support the camera,
Okay.
and has the other hand ready on the camera.
Great. Okay, so those sounds are coming at you. Hopping back to the others as the fire starts to spread. Weirdly, not exactly like a cartoon or like you've seen on the Muppet Show. It's not just perfectly following the path. It's actually starting to blossom out through this dry corn around you. Charity, how do you?
That's cool.
How do you communicate to the others that somebody had better go back and find your choker?
Yeah, like that. Okay, someone is finding my necklace.
Sorry, what?
My
As I
necklace,
look away from the fire at last.
my necklace fell off. I'm not going back home without it.
Where did it fall off?
I don't know. Somewhere between the car and where we took them.
You're sure it was between the car and where you took him and not from where we took him to here?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know when it
Then
was
we're not
missing.
getting the fucking choker. Take a look.
I'm not leaving without
As you
it.
see fire.
Victor's still like turning in place, trying to get a line on where they are. It's like, Victor not think we in Kansas anymore.
Look, I can't believe I'm gonna have to fucking say this. Look, we'll come back later once that's died down.
If that gets left here and found by somebody, then they'll know that we were here, or at least that I was here, and be able to trace us back to the fire.
Okay, I was being nice. The odds that it's going to be found are low because it's going to catch on fire and burn.
Metal doesn't burn.
Oh, it's okay.
Well, it has a
You're referring to the pendant, yeah.
Yeah, it has a silver heart. Which, by the way, how is that engraved? What is the engraving on the silver heart that would lead people directly to you?
I think it's just her initials.
Okay.
High temperature warp metal.
In cursive.
Pendant may not look same when found.
It's
Yeah,
engraved.
exactly. It'll be fine. I'm not. Do you think I'm fireproof? I'm not walking through that to go find your fucking choker.
Then she'll turn and look at Victor.
Victor not see where car is?
What?
Crap.
Victor's still turning around. Like, this not where we came from.
Okay, where's the car?
We'll just keep walking. At some point, we'll hit the end of the cornfield and we'll go around.
Victor should point out they're spreading fire in cornfields.
Yes, that's why we're walking that direction, because the fire's that direction.
So at this point, we'll hop back to the other two while you all are just turning around. The sounds of the incoming snipe are getting louder and louder.
Yeah.
So Mark, you are there. You are set and braced.
Yep.
And you can see sort of as they come, this sort of skittering, slithering noise is closer and closer and closer.
It sounds like birds.
And then something low and massive and expansive bursts out at ground level from the the closest line of the closest row of corn husks and surges towards you. Cecil, do you snap the shot?
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a click, and then you feel something wrap around you, weighing down the bag as something heads into the bag. But then more things wrap around your knees and legs and elbows and pull you down. You can feel sharp tearing sensations in your limbs, even through the clothes, as you can feel your skin lacerated where whatever this thing is moves over you or around you. What do you say or do, or how do you respond?
Like the answer
What?
is scream.
Yeah, I think it's a scream. I think it's a scream. I think it's a flame. I think he tried to like dive forward onto the thing because like he's imagining a bird coming out of the bushes.
Sure.
Gonna like sort of dive to pin it to the ground and like catch it in the bag kind of thing. And so I think he sort of like rolls clumsily like through this and begins screaming. I think he's gonna cry out for help. Like and a hand is going. I think a hand. I think he's still clutching the bag because like there's a part of him that's I can't let them down. I gotta be cool about this. And the other half is frantically trying to grab on to someone.
Okay.
Like something.
So yeah, so Cecil, you are nearby. You see this. You can hear the whir of the Polaroid in your hands. The last film is slowly coming out. It'll be a while before it develops if you got anything at all. But you can see that Mark is down, and in this moment, you feel something grab at your ankle. What do you do? Mark is there with a hand outstretched. You can see it's tough to see in the light, and especially because behind Mark, from your perspective, there is now this light coming out from this spreading fire.
Cecil is an observer.
Cecil is not an intervene. Is not an intervention.
Cecil backpedals away from the thing slithering at his ankles, just trying to take more pictures.
So you go back and you realize that your whatever it is holding your ankle in place, and you fall backwards. So Cecil goes onto the ground. Mark is face down, holding onto the bag, still hand out, held down. You have fallen back, and there, Mark. What do you and the other three of you faintly over the increasing roar and crackle of the fire? You can hear this shout of help.
Help!
That am not good.
We gotta get to the car now.
Yeah, come on, let's go. It sounds like they're appropriately scared. Come on, let's walk this way because the fire's this way, and we'll walk around.
Okay, if anyone finds the necklace, we'll just say Mark stole it from me or something.
Perfect. And Mark set the fire. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
All right.
Except Mark, but fuck Mark.
He doesn't matter.
Having completely forgotten about Cecil.
Yeah, I think we've forgotten Cecil existed at that moment.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so you all turn and run off. Presume in the direction you think is most likely to get you back to the car, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Mark, Cecil, you are both on the ground. Mark, what are you doing in this moment as you can feel this thing biting or clawing or tearing into you?
I think at this point he like the hand that was reaching out to grab onto something to help like pull himself up goes into the dirt, and he's going to drag himself backwards, kicking at the I think he's still got a hold of the bag, but he's trying to like kick at the bag, kick on whatever is grabbing onto him. He wants things off of him.
Okay. So you go back, pushing and kicking and moving, and then as you do so, most of that it seems focused around your legs and your elbows, and something else reaches out and grabs around under your chin and your neck, and starts to pull in the opposite direction. Cecil, what are you doing?
With one hand, like takes the bag and like starts smacking into the tendrils or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To like get like, hey, grab this instead.
Okay.
And also like still trying to take pictures.
Okay. But trying to get away or still being a stationary observer at this point.
Kind of trying to move away.
Okay.
Like trying to get the tendrils off of him so he can move away.
Okay. Yeah. So in the flash, you're getting what honestly at this point look like kind of dark snake-like forms reaching out. You can feel the one that is wrapped around your ankle. You manage to pull back and disengage as others come out and either bite or rap at the bag that you throw in their direction. As your leg comes away, you can hear a tear, and you look down, and the bottom of your pants leg has ripped away, and you can see blood pouring down your shin from where this is either bitten into or clawed into or abraded or somehow injured your leg. And at this moment, you're sort of looking back up, and as the another of the flashes goes up, and as you get your leg free, there is a wet tearing noise from the direction that Mark was lying. And you can see Mark's movement and thrashing goes limp, or at least most of it does.
I don't think Cecil realizes it just at this moment, but that's exactly where the camera was focused as the flash went off.
Yes, 100%.
So like when Cecil looks at these pictures later, there is Mark just getting torn.
Yeah. There is also the rapidly approaching sound of fire.
Run, camera boy.
Yeah. It's like Cecil's familiar with the field, and it's like, if I duck this way, I can get out of the incredibly flammable cornfield. And
yeah, if you fall back, if you go west far enough away, it's the opposite direction from the road, but if you go west, you will eventually get to, there is a sort of bracken covered slope at the back of the field, which goes down to Greyheart Stream, which runs back and is the separating mark behind some of the farms back here. So if you can get to that, you'll be out, and potentially you can follow that up back north in the direction of town.
And that's probably what Cecil does. He does.
Okay.
He stays at the top of the stream, like at the top of the hill, and follows the hill in the stream.
Okay.
But so that way, in case the fire encroaches too close this way, he can just slide down the hill into the stream.
Sure. So you head out that way, and as you do so, you can looking back, you can see the old tobacco barn and the Kellerman house. So a couple lights still on in the house as you reach back that way. But you're headed out towards the stream, and we will leave Cecil charging in that direction. Back to the Manners kids, you all moving quickly through headed east through the fields. You come back out and eventually get, with that suddenness that happens. I don't know if any of you all have run through cornfields, but when you are running sort of against the grain through the rows, there is a suddenness where you push through and you're just out of it all of a sudden, and you come back out onto the gravel drive. And you look out from this perspective, you look down to your left, you can see just around the corner of the field that way, you can see the corner of the Kellerman house. You look down to the right and you can see an alarmingly increasing amount of flames licking at the field. But you know that back down in that way is your Camaro. Directly across from you, there are more of the fields, and you can see right at the edge, just darkly, a broad-brimmed figure standing slightly askew, arms out, cloak whipping in the wind, just standing still.
I just start walking towards the car and acting natural because clearly that is like an adult.
Okay. So it stands watching you as you turn and walk.
Yep.
Do you whistle? How do you affect this nonchalant stroll?
I think Richie just walks, doesn't do anything like whistling, doesn't try to be sneaky, just is so confident that he and his friends are walking out of a burning field of corn
Mm-hmm.
and just casually walking away like, wasn't us.
Okay. All right.
To be fair, it is not a field of corn, it's the remaining corn stalks.
You're right.
A field of corn burning would be a lot worse.
You are correct. You are 100% correct.
That is fair. Victor, Charity, I would like to hear how the two of you are responding to exiting the cornfield, this figure standing across the way, and getting back out onto the road.
I think Victor, being the dimmest, ostensibly bulb, is also simultaneously the only one who has a sense that something is not right here.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
And is like, Karam that way. Victor think we should not be here.
Yeah, that's why I'm walking, dumbass.
You need to get to the car.
Victor's like trying to get to the car as like the fastest way of getting out of here, but trying to like avoid getting too close to what is very clearly something wrong.
Okay. So yeah, affecting then a nonchalant walk, the three of you head back and soon enough make your way back to the car. The fire has not spread in this direction. And hop in, and do you tear out and back out the way you came in, or
Yep.
back out onto the road? Okay. And you start driving back up to the northeast, back towards the city center, and then beyond that to your homes. And I imagine the one bright spot of the fact that you have not closed the roof of the Camaro when it starts to rain is that at least this will get the last of the beer stains out of the front seat. But as the rain starts to pour down, we watch the Camaro's taillights head off. The camera pans back. We see the fire burning through the dry cornfield, starting to hiss and spit in response to the increasing rainfall. And the camera pans back farther and farther away, and we see more on the interior side of the cornfields, closer to the lake, or the stream where Cecil ran. We see another of those figures standing, and as the light of the fire comes closer, it starts to reflect. We can see this one is not as fully garbed as the other, very clearly a straw scarecrow. And then as the light pans up, as the camera pans up, we see that beneath the straw hat that has been jammed onto it, we see a familiar and horrified face. Mark's face perched atop. And just as the camera cuts, we see light start to glow from within, from the hollowed out eyes and mouth. Welcome to Nightgrove High. It is on that visual, the image of Mark's face, light burning from within and shining out from the eyes and the mouth. That is the last held recollection of Ruby's dream as she screams herself awake in her bedroom. And that is where we will come back after our break. Thanks, everybody. Roll credits, or rather roll the opening credits on our first pilot episode of Welcome to Nightgrove High. We'll be back and you'll meet our actual characters after the break. But thanks, everybody. Remember, when we take our break, you take your break. Go grab a drink, take a walk, have a snack, whatever you need to do. and we'll see you back here in about 5 minutes. Thanks all.
We're back.
A dinosaur story.
Nope.
A fire story.
A fire story. Hey, folks.
Flaming dinosaurs.
Thanks for coming back. We are picking up
Burning
on
dinosaurs.
the morning of September 17th. It is a Monday. And we're going to start in with Ruby Sinclair, who has just been awoken from a dream of a very unsettling image. Ruby, would you please start by describing your bedroom?
Her bedroom it's very large. So she is an only child. This used to be 2 rooms that her parents then demolished a wall to make a large room for her. She is in the bed, which is, I don't know, on one side of the room. I have a diagram in my head.
Sure.
The room is purple with posters of different popular singers and movies all over the walls. There is a sleeper sofa on the opposite side that Lexi sometimes stays on. And opposite that is a stylish but should never be sat upon inflatable purple couch.
Amazing.
There is a large vanity area next to the bed and an even larger closet.
Great. How can we as viewers tell that she has had a bad night?
She's a 16-year-old with dark circles under her eyes. She just looks done in.
Okay.
She looks exhausted, like she wants to just pass out again.
Okay. Would you like to describe her other than the dark circles?
Yeah. She is average height. She has long brown hair, which currently is just a frizzy mess. She's wearing just sweatpants and a school t-shirt.
Okay.
To sleep in. And she just kind of holds her head in her hands and says, "Not again."
Okay. What time does she wake up normally? If she wasn't being awoken by these things.
I'm trying to remember high school times.
Sure. The school day starts at 8 and ends at 3. So
But depending on how far out you are, a bus might show up at like 6:30.
yeah. Although I doubt she takes a bus.
Yeah.
No.
Fair.
Well, but
I
also
think she rides with Lexi, I believe.
Yeah.
also there might be like practice shit in the
Mhm.
morning sometimes.
Yeah.
No, it's
you gotta get up early for that.
Okay, at my high school, it was always in the afternoons.
Well, then that's what it is here.
Fair enough.
Unless it was for basketball, but this is football season. So.
Yeah. We had granted our school was nothing to crow about. But we had, I think there was both in the morning and the evening for us.
Okay.
But yeah,
No, we had afternoon and evening.
good old Aloha High School Warriors won literally 2 games in the 3 years that I went there.
My siblings did swimming and so got up at 5 a.m.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
Yep.
Swimming, and my brother did water polo. And yeah, that was morning.
Nonsense. And I got up at the same time because I had an early extra biology class.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
say she
horrible.
normally gets up around 6.
Okay. All right. So it is before proper at this time of year, it's before proper sunrise, but there's a little bit of that sort of silvery blue light coming through outside. But you have the sort of the uncomfortable memory of this face burning with light from within, tattered scraps of flesh at the bottom of it. How are you trying to shake this off and start your day?
how she's been every day this week or this past week. She tries to push it aside. She gets up, she starts putting on heavy concealer and starts getting dressed, and she will, I'm assuming she's riding with Lexi because Lexi has a sports car.
Mm-hmm.
She will once again ask Lexi to stop for coffee on their way in for school.
Fantastic. Does Lexi come by and pick her up, or does she go over to Lexi's, or where do they meet up?
I feel like they live very near to each other.
I meant to ask this before. Could they live next door to each other?
I think that makes sense.
I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Have they for their whole lives, have they been neighbors?
That's what I was thinking.
I think so, yeah. Because
Right.
the Laramies are definitely have been here as long as Lexi's been.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. All right. Yeah. How involved, if at all, are Ruby's parents in her morning routine?
They let her do, they have their own morning routines. Her
Mhm.
mom gets up really early and is usually leaving the house just after 6.
Okay.
And so her
Does she-
dad sometimes stays around, but he's usually gone by 6:30.
Okay. And her mom is an attorney, right?
Yes.
Does she work in Baltimore? Like, does she?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah.
So she gets out of here early to get onto 131, take it down to
Mhm.
83, and try to drive down and miss some of the morning traffic there
You
on the
won't.
way in, right? Yeah, no, you
can't.
won't. But
You can't.
No.
It's futile.
But okay, so her mom is maybe already gone by this point, or at least you see her sort of heading. Actually, yeah, let's maybe you wake up just early enough to know that your mom is here, and you kind of hear her downstairs
Mhm.
getting ready to go. What is a breakfast like for Ruby? Are you gonna grab it at the coffee shop? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, usually she'll just grab like a piece of toast or some fruit or something if they've got some at the house. If not,
Okay.
this past week, and I think Lexi has fallen into this routine now, usually she doesn't stop by the coffee shop this often,
Okay.
but she has had to stop every day. Usually it's like a once a week thing.
Okay. I think before you get downstairs, though, when you're in the bathroom, because your bathroom, of course, has its own separate lovely window looking out um, into your backyard or your back garden,
Mhm.
over towards the you can see the Bierce River from here. You're up a little high, and you can see the trees and everything on the far side. And obviously, if you crane your head around just enough, you can see out far away over to the west. You can see the trees of the grove. But as you happen to you're rinsing your face, you bring your head down and you look out, trying to catch a glimpse of some of the sunlight coming in from over in the east. You see a figure in your backyard. Standing back there is
I'm guessing it's not one I recognize.
Well, there usually aren't figures in your backyard unless there's a statuary garden.
I'm guessing it's not like Lexi just like walking through the yard or something.
No, I would assume Lexi comes over sort of around the front, right?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Ruby. In your backyard, is there a gardening shed, a gazebo, or both?
I'm gonna go with both.
Okay. All right. So, sort of beside the gardening shed, you can catch in the shadowy side. So, over on the west side of the gardening shed, you can see a broad-brimmed hat, a long sort of grungy coat of a figure there.
She is on edge right now.
Yeah.
She's gonna let out a little scream when she sees that.
Okay. So over from the other side of the wall, which is your parents' master bathroom, you can hear your dad go, "Oh, you okay, honey?"
She'll look again in the backyard. Is the figure still there?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just slipped. I'm okay.
Okay. Well, you didn't. We got some more of those the safety razors that your mother likes. If you need, is that okay? Maybe
Yeah,
I shouldn't.
That's fine. That's fine,
Okay.
Dad. Don't worry.
I'll put some out in the kitchen. No, outside your room.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thanks, Dad.
Do you need anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Oh, there's audible relief in your father's voice. Okay. Well, just be careful.
Okay. Have a good day at work, Dad.
Thanks. Be good in school. Study
Uh-huh.
hard.
Yep,
Keep those grades up.
I will.
You know, it's never too early to start thinking about college.
I know.
Okay. All right. I love you.
Love you too.
What nickname does your father call you that you
Oh.
hate?
Gosh, Muffin.
All right, Muffin. I love you.
Oh, I love it so much.
I said I love you, Muffin.
I love you too, Dad.
All right.
He's so irritated right now.
Meanwhile, next door.
Mm-hmm.
How does Lexi start their day?
Several times legitimately slapping the alarm clock.
Now, tell me about this alarm clock. Does it have a cassette player in it? Is it an old-fashioned one with a bell? Is it just a radio? Is it one of those like Porsche ham radio ones that they made for a while?
No, it's not like one of the cheesy novelty overpriced, like it's in the form of something cute.
Did you get it at Sharper Image?
I think Sharper Image. Christ. No, it's just like a clock radio. But it is like hi-fi stereo level, like very sleek. Not like the one with like the brown sort of grating on the top that everybody had, the one that I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, this is even in the 90s, this has a remote for it that never gets used because it got broken at one point because it got thrown across the room because they knew that was a way that they could make the alarm stop once, and it got thrown too hard. So now it's just the alarm clock itself, which is also on its last legs.
Okay.
Because Lexi hits it hard every single time.
Sure. Speaking, so as that hand comes out to slap, starting from a description of the fingernails on the hand.
Yes.
Why don't you describe what we see as Lexi reveals themselves?
So definitely, I feel like the nails are fairly chipped at this point because this is over the night. This is, after a certain level of partying, whatever encounter they may have had that night. So they're chipped, but they are very multicolored. Professional. They look professionally done, whether they are or not.
Okay.
Slam down. There is a bracelet that it's not a bracelet. It is a club wristband, still on from the night before. There is a groan, and then cover gets thrown back, and you see Lexi, who is very movie star looks with a very sort of androgynous look to them. Blonde hair, a shortcut with the sort of the front comb up area in different colors. Right now, it is they were feeling inspired with, let's just say, the bi flag colors across. This is being like probably the 6th or 7th time, because they know well enough their habits, and they know they have to be up at a certain time, particularly to make sure to help Ruby out. So they set the alarm far enough early that they know they can hit it like multiple times.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, roll out of bed. Sort of zombie-ish still, trying to wake up from a little bit of a hangover.
Okay.
And goes to shower, get ready for the day. Today's look is probably, I want to say, like a corset top, a green and black with a flannel over it, open shirt, and probably some, the intentionally bought, ripped in strategic ways for style, skinny jeans.
Okay.
And yeah, that takes him a good 40 minutes to get ready.
Fantastic. That would be a significant portion of the playlist. But as this sort of morning montage plays, which song do we hear playing over it?
I think that's one thing that they definitely do once they get out of bed, before they go to shower, is they hit the a CD changer in their room.
How many discs?
I think 6.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yep. I can picture the unit.
Yep. And I think that RuPaul's Supermodel.
Amazing. Fantastic. Okay, I love it. So, while you two neighbors are getting ready, Billie Jean, you hear sort of
may I?
Oh, sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Camera kind of pans in towards this one lone house out far away from the manors that looks a little bit dilapidated, looks a little bit run down, but there's very clearly still signs of activity that go on the inside. The camera sort of spirals in and around and sort of traces into one room that just has a massive "Keep Out" sign stapled to the front of it. And it sort of trickles into this room, and you sort of get this weird cross montage of a room that belongs to someone who has a weird aesthetic mixture somewhere between gym rat and like occultist goth.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay.
There's like a punching bag in the corner. There's weird candles everywhere. And the camera kind of rises up to the ceiling and starts to focus downward, where you can see laying on top of the covers on their back in the bed that's in the dead center of the room is a person, and on the ground around that bed is just a fully drawn protective pentagram around the exterior of the bed. And it just kind of the tension of the music sting kind of builds as it starts to spiral in and focus in on this lone person who might be dead for how still they are in their sleep. Mm-hmm. The tension music builds. You see this short cropped dark hair just wearing like a black tank top and sleeping pants, and it just kind of focuses in. The tension builds, and then it cuts to outside the room, where just in the hall, a spectral, translucent hand sort of creeps into frame and very lightly presses a button on a stereo, and like glass shattering, the stillness is completely broken as Michael Jackson's Billie Jean starts playing at full blast. And from inside the room, that person's eyes just break open. Mom!
And from outside, you hear, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to wake you up otherwise, sweetie. You keep putting down salt outside the door. We talked about this.
Yeah, when there are things that try to get in at night, I kind of need extra protection. I'm still breathing.
Well, I understand that, sweetie, and you know your father and I are really trying to respect your boundaries, but it's hard sometimes when some of those boundaries are occult protective circles. They make things. We can't even use the downstairs bathroom anymore just because of the location of them. Isn't that right, darling? And from downstairs in the kitchen, you just hear, see? Your father agrees.
You don't use the downstairs bathroom. You don't have bodily functions anymore.
Well, we might do. And your father, you know, he has that rather worrying, his troubles. They're still fairly productive. Well, look, that's not important right now, sweetie. We just want to make sure that you're going to make it into school in time. And I just thought, well, we both did, that the best way to start your day is just with some radical tunes.
I'm up.
Is Michael Jackson still radical?
I mean, yeah, I guess people still like Michael Jackson.
Okay. Well, good. Well, you enjoy, sweetie, and just tidy up a little bit. At least just the salt. That way I can get in and clean up your room some.
She sighs, gets up. You get the sense she was already, like, she went to bed in the clothes she was intending to wear tomorrow, so she still just like got like cargo jeans and a tank top, and she just walks over to a cabinet, grabs a bomber jacket off the hook, throws it over herself, takes a minute, runs a brush through her hair, stares at herself in the mirror, realizes how like tired she looks, takes a look at the scars that are on her arm, making sure they're healing properly, puts that back over the jacket, sighs, grabs the book bag that has a variety of different tools that she needs, walks up to the door, sweeps the salt aside with a foot, and then opens the door.
So you sweep the salt aside with the foot, and before you open the door, you can see your mother's shoulder like sort of sweeps in, like she was leaning against the door, and it sort of comes through and then straightens back. Oops, clumsy me. Good morning, sweetie. And you open the door and you see the full spectral form of your mother. Sort of what color do we perceive your mother? Like sort of what film filter has been placed
I'm sort of
over
thinking
your
like
mother?
like teal blue, like
Okay.
film grain, like not
All right.
quite there.
All right. Can your mother still hug you?
Probably. It
Okay.
feels a little weird and squishy because kind of ectoplasmic, but yeah.
Do you let your mother give you a hug?
Reluctantly.
Okay. So as you open the door, she straightens back out, removing herself from the physical door, and then waits for you to step outside, and then enfolds you in a clammy, oddly squishy ectoplasmic hug. And says, all right, sweetie, you look wonderful today. Now hurry on downstairs. Your father's making breakfast.
She inhales and exhales and thought of what breakfast is going to look like, and then walks
He didn't get a
downstairs.
single finger in the waffle iron this time. I watched. He's doing so much better.
Well, progress is progress.
And what as we see the boots descend the stairs, the camera pans out again. It is. I would imagine at this point closing in on 7 o'clock. Where at 7 o'clock do we find Sunny in his morning rituals?
Still asleep, face down on a desk.
All right. You're as you are face down a desk. What is on the desk around you?
There's what appears to be a form, like partly printed, partly hand, like a printed form that's been filled in,
Okay.
as well as several books.
And what is the form titled?
Odd occurrence incident.
Fantastic. And what if you have titles, great. If not, what are the types of books that we see?
They're mostly local folklore books.
Okay. Excellent. And then as the as the camera is sort of moving around and we're seeing, tell me about this room. Is it upstairs? Is it downstairs, ground floor? Is it basement room? Where is Sunny's bedroom? If this is a bedroom.
It's an attic room, but so it's fairly large, but it has the stairway coming up kind of towards the middle.
Okay.
Like there's not like a proper doorway, it just kind of comes up as forms an island.
Excellent. And what as he snoozes head down on the table, what does Sunny look like? What do we see as we perceive Sunny?
See a young man slightly tan skin, like he would have more of a tan if you ever saw the sun. Wearing like plaid pajama pants and a white t-shirt with kind of shoulder length hair that's kind of in a mess around his head.
Okay.
As it's on the desk.
Excellent. Now, it sounds like he never made it to bed last night, but I'm curious. Even not having made it to bed, is Sunny's bed made, or is it just sort of in a perpetual unmade state?
It is made.
Okay. All right. Does Sunny have a computer in his room?
No.
Okay. All right. So you have this as the sun creeps across. Which of your parents wakes you?
Sunny doesn't live with his parents. He lives with his grandmother.
Tell me then how your grandmother wakes you up. And is it different every day, or is it the same every day?
I'm not sure that she does wake him up.
Okay. All right.
She probably keeps weird hours and goes to sleep at random times and goes off on trips randomly. And
fantastic. Okay. All right. So, then what does eventually wake Sunny up?
The sun creeping across his desk, right across his face.
Okay.
At 13 past 7.
Okay, great. Is that enough time to get ready for school, or is that going to put Sunny behind a little bit of a time crunch today?
He needs to be quick about it, but it is enough time.
Okay. So, what is a quick morning like for Sunny? What sort of activity does Sunny lurch into, jumping up in his plaid pajama bottoms?
He sits up, drinks the third of a cup of ice cold coffee, goes downstairs, starts the coffee pot to make more coffee, hops in the shower, downs another 2 cups of coffee, gets dressed, and then rushes out the door with his bag.
Okay, fantastic. May I suggest that perhaps in the background we see, next to the kitchen, we see the parlor, and we just see the chair, Sunny's grandmother sitting and snoozing in it, the Home Shopping Network just sort of playing constantly, providing a drone of all sorts of exciting opportunities that you can order over the phone and have delivered right to your door.
They're weirdly esoteric.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Does Sunny take the bus?
No.
Okay. How does Sunny
He-
get to school?
So he lives at the north end of the residential area.
Okay.
Like it's fairly close to the college.
Mm-hmm.
And he cuts across the college campus.
Great. So down through there over to Main Street and then cutting over through the county buildings.
Yep.
And then eventually crossing Irving Road. Okay, great. All right. So we see you rushing in this to get out of the door. And last but not least, Lila, how does she start her day, or where do we find her in her morning routine? Let me ask you that.
We find her already up because you have to get up early. I have to get in there before my sister does, or she'll slow me down. And I need time in there.
Okay.
So I have the door shut. I have it locked. And there's a lot of steam happening because I need to get ready for school. I think we see her in the mist, and the first thing you notice are the wings, which are large and like dark leathery bat-like wings. She reaches up with the towel to like wipe the mirror off because I gotta start doing my makeup. And it's all fogged up. We see a very striking looking girl. She's got pale hair and pale eyes and very clearly these wings. They like stretch out as I don't open the door because again, that could let my sister in. Can't do that. I'm gonna open the window to get the steam to kind of go out here.
Steam starts pouring out, sure.
And the wings are gonna stay out because I need them to dry off. As I start doing my makeup, she's going for a dark lip. She's trying to look kind of striking. There is a nightgown, like a gothic nightgown on the hook. But she is wearing the closest approximation she could get to it. She's not trying to look like a cheerleader's uniform, but she's going for that vibe because that's cool and I'm trying to impress some certain people. So I'm going for it. She's got a very short skirt. Gonna see if I can get it past my parents.
All right. Excellent. And then so the wings, you mentioned they're dark leather. What sort of tone of leather are they, and how do they contrast with her with the skin over the rest of her body? Kind of
like like a dark purpley red, like maroon-ish.
Rose colored.
Yeah, the skin, like as she's kind of getting ready for this, she's going to concentrate and become like when she comes out of the shower, she has like clawed hands. Mm-hmm. She concentrates and they sort of shrink down into normal, like just, human hands. Okay. And as like she continues, she gets her face done and then starts doing her hair kind of like trying to see what level of ponytail is gonna give the correct vibe. Okay. The wings are going to like shrink down, and the last thing she does before she is ready, and I don't know at this point, I've been in here a solid hour. Okay. 45 minutes to an hour. I don't have a lot of time to eat breakfast at this point, but this is more important than that. I
think increasingly towards the end of your time, there is just like an increasing amount of knocking coming from the outside of the. Come on.
I'm almost done.
Come on. You can't take the whole bathroom all day.
I'm not.
I gotta go. I gotta
You can hold it.
I can't. I'm gonna go in your room.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna.
You are not.
You watch me.
There's some swearing. And the door does open.
Okay.
On her sister.
So you look down. Why don't we describe why don't you describe what we see waiting impatiently for you outside?
Yeah. I gave her a name. What was her name? Hop.
Honoraria? Right, yeah,
Yes.
She goes by Hop, yeah.
Yeah, Hop. Is a little bit darker haired, but very clearly they are siblings. They've got similar. Hop has much smaller wings. Like, I don't think they're flying wings yet.
Right.
That are sticking out, and she is I think I said like 5 or 6 years younger than yeah.
I'm picturing her right around 10.
Yeah. In I think like flannel pajamas kind of thing with the possibly they used to have feet on them, but she's cut those off recently because it's not cool. And she's gonna sigh and say, "Go fast," as she steps out of the bathroom and lets
she
kind of
body checks you with one of the little wings as she comes in, moving directly towards the bathroom. I mean, towards the toilet. And sort of shuts the door. Does she catch your wing as she does so in the door?
I don't think so. I think we're I think we're I'm used to doing this. Kind of thing.
All right.
So I get out of the way.
Okay. So she comes in. And as you are stepping out into the hallway, your mom is also coming down, dressed up for her job at the bank. She's wearing slightly pronounced shoulder pads but pantsuit, and coming down the other way, and sort of stops and looks and says, "Oh, Delilah, that's a daring choice."
Yeah. It's gonna be it's all the rage. I'm gonna be fine.
Well,
it's not that cold out.
I'm certainly feeling some rage. Do you really think this is appropriate? That we're at a new school. What have we said to you?
Everyone else wears stuff like this.
What have we said to you?
Good first impressions are very important.
Exactly. Now, I don't want to be the bad guy, so I'm going to make your father do it.
Fine. God.
He's in the garage. Why don't you go show him this?
Fine. She's gonna head down there like stomping boots.
Now you can't just keep going.
Totally valid.
I could. I think I might.
Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right. So how do you slip out of the house?
I think she's gonna stomp past her mom, and then we see her like sort of stop and suddenly start walking quieter and like glance up and like, okay, I'm like, the angle's good. She can't see me now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And is going to grab a book, like a backpack, half unzipped off the side. Is gonna grab some like toast and a lunch bag, which has already been packed by her parents. and it's going to slip out the side door. And I'm trying to veer. I think she's veering out the front door instead of like the back door that goes by the garage. Because I don't want him to see me.
Fantastic. Well, this sounds to me like it is something that is interesting if you succeed and interesting if you fail.
Excellent,
So I would
yes.
love for you to give me our
First
first roll of the
roll.
game.
Roll.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and roll plus cool for a roll of act under pressure.
I'm so cool. I say with a -1. That's a 10.
Ooh, that is a 10. All right.
I'm so cool.
So yeah. So you are able to, you can, as you come downstairs, you can hear the sound of a drill coming from the garage as your father is up already on one of his multiple projects around the house. You know, he's been meaning to put up additional shelves in the garage, and it sounds like he's finally doing it, trying to get some of the boxes up off the ground.
He's busy. He doesn't need to.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And you so you sneak out, and then you remember just in time, you remember that Hop is upstairs in the bathroom, and if you go a certain way, she would spot you sneaking out. But you remember that and manage to duck back the other way. And you sneak out scot-free, at least for now. Now we'll see what happens this afternoon when you return home. But at least for now,
me
no one
problem.
spots you. How does Lily get to school?
I think she
Or Lila, sorry.
Yeah, I think Lila. I think she takes the bus.
Okay.
Cause I think today she's. I don't know if her dad would like drive her. I think she probably insisted that I should take the bus because your dad driving you to school is not cool. And it's a little bit too far. Like she's like very capable of walking that far, but you don't want to arrive like sweaty and weird.
Yeah.
So
fair.
It's unfortunately bus time.
And the wings are
The wings are so in the like getting dressed kind of phase. She put on a puffy like hoodie over top to cover everything. So definitely like had a moment in there of making sure that like the wings were fully tucked in and nothing was showing.
Got it.
Just my fabulous legs.
Excellent. Yeah. Billie Jean, do you take the bus in? How do you get to school?
I believe Billie Jean has a motorcycle that she brings in.
Oh my god.
She
That's so cool.
She especially needs to have the motorcycle because how she has to store her signature because she's not allowed to bring the shotgun into the building.
Yep.
So she when she parks at the school, there is very specifically a hermetically sealed, magically warded case on the side of the motorcycle that she stores that in so that no one else can get into it. It's locked, fully secured, because a ritually blessed double-barreled shotgun is not a thing that she needs to lose.
Very true. I will also take a moment and say, viewers and listeners, we had, as we always do, a session 0. We talked over lines and veils and so on. One of mine, despite the fact that we have monster hunters who are in high school, one of mine is I don't particularly want to, in my 90s high school, talk about guns being in a school building.
Yep.
So we have made some provisions around that. If at any point it seems like we are taking narrative side turns around that, just consider it us having to comply with network standards, network broadcast standards for this particular show and the rating we have received.
The gun is allowed to be in any shot as long as it's not inside the school building. Correct.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of the guns are just walkie-talkies.
Sonny, you walk, right? You're not riding a bike or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are making your way through the backyards and so on. Lila is on the bus. BJ is on her bike. Let's hop back to the manors.
Yep.
And tell me, Lexi, do you roll up even though you're right next door? Do you wait for Ruby to come over to you? How do you all arrange this each morning?
I think as of late, it has been very fashionably heeled boots, clicking across the sidewalk to head over to Ruby's place because Lexi knows something's going on, and you probably doesn't need the extra walk.
Sure. Fair. So as you are over there, Ruby, as you come out and see Lexi, you all have known each other for a long time. What is the biggest tell that you had another bad night?
I mean, I feel like Lexi will notice heavier makeup
Mm-hmm.
and just really the way she moves. She's kind of dragging her feet.
I was going to say, I don't feel like there's going to need to be a tell that other people would notice. It will be just one look
Yeah.
and be like, yeah, how bad was it?
Worse than bad.
Oh, shit.
And then I don't know if I'm going crazy. When I was in the bathroom, I looked out the window. I saw a man in my backyard.
Sweetie, you're not going crazy.
I swear I saw someone, but then he was gone in a second.
Was it someone hot?
No.
No. I mean, there is Monster
think
Hot.
so.
You know that, right?
There's what?
There's Monster Hot.
Oh, I'm so curious what this theory is.
Does she know what they mean by that?
Monster Hot? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a Jason, smash. Freddy,
Okay.
smash.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I don't know. All I know is there was a strange man in my backyard staring up at my bathroom.
I mean, I just call that a good time, but I know that's not your thing.
Okay,
so...
I'll send him over to your house next time.
Do!
Halloween theme playing silently in the background.
I mean that what, to be clear, that 100% was what I was trying to evoke. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, let's get on the road. Let's get you caffeine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What is the name of the coffee spot where you all stop? Is it just a coffee shop? Is it the local diner? Is it another hangout place? Tell me about this spot where you all stop for coffee. And then go ahead and draw it on the map for us.
God damn it. All right.
I'm gonna
come up with the name. Holly, you describe it and where. And this is going to be based off personal real life experience because this was the name of a coffee stand I worked at in my early 20s. It was Bean Me Up.
Holy shit.
Beautiful.
Incredible.
I love it.
Okay. Where's the school? Okay.
So yeah, so the school is here. You all are coming from the Manors, which for viewers and listeners, Manors is what the High Ridge subdivision is called. It is the place up north that literally and figuratively looks down on the rest of the town. It's a gated community.
Where the fancy kids live.
I'm gonna say it's on Main Street.
Okay.
Since it's a coffee house, lots of people would be going there. Probably around there near Town Hall.
Great, love it.
Yep.
So you all can drop a little label, say "Bean Me Up," and pop that on the map if you would care to do so.
Don't know how to drop a label. You are expecting a lot from me.
That is absolutely okay. No sweat.
You're asking me technologically disadvantaged. I'll put it that way.
No problem.
That's the nice way. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You're asking so much of me right now.
No sweat. Okay.
I would like to interject real quick.
Yeah.
Beam me up. Sounds like it's on my way to school, where I'm going to stop.
Ooh,
and get
Yeah.
as large of a cup as I can filled with espresso.
Nice.
Excellent. So you are definitely I will say, Lexi, do you go in or do you just pull up outside and let Ruby go in?
Oh no, I'm going in.
Okay, so I think you two are already in there, in line to order. When the door opens, it's fairly busy this time of day because you get a lot of the students from the CCC, the Chase Community College. You get a lot of people stopping in to get coffee before they go to the work at the county buildings and so on. Fantastic. Thank you for adding the label. And but the door opens and you all turn around and can see Sonny coming in. You all know Sonny. He's in your grade at school. Do you all kind of know each other enough and are of social stratas to the point where you would acknowledge one another? And that's probably a different question for each of you. So I will say, Sonny, you come in and you see a couple other kids from school. You see Ruby and Lexi. As you come in, what do you do? Do you wait for them to acknowledge you? Do you say hi? Do you do anything? Do you just totally ignore them?
I wait for them to acknowledge me.
Okay.
Like, Sonny is not the type to initiate it.
Okay.
But notably, there is a sigh from the baristas as Sonny walks in.
Oh no, you have one of those orders, don't you?
Phenomenal.
No,
all right.
No, it's not a particularly complicated order. It's just a lot of espresso, so it's a lot of shots to pull.
Oh, okay. No, that's fair.
And also notably how frequently Sonny gets it.
Who is this barista? And this is you've already had 3 cups of coffee, right?
Yeah. No,
all
two and a third.
2 and a third. Okay. All right. So
2 and a third. This is the third, like 10 pumps of espresso coffee.
Excellent. Well, I want you to think, Drev, if you would think about who this barista is, age, general appearance, name, or and while you're doing that, Lexi and Ruby, you all see Sonny coming in. You hear the sigh from the barista. Are you all talking amongst yourselves? How do you, if at all, how do you respond to this?
I think so when we get in, I just immediately I think order for both of us espresso shakes because they're especially strong.
Right.
And then
fancy.
Yes, and fancy. And then look over. And I don't think Lexi is like there's one of our good friends goes over and says hi, but there will be like a little like the manicured fingers wave.
Now, this is a player character, so you don't have to randomize it if you don't want to. But you know the question I am thinking. This is probably something for the two of you to discuss. Is there any romantic history between Sonny and Lexi? And that has to be a mutual decision for both.
I think Sonny is one of the relative rarities of a no. I think that was where we were with it.
The only other thing that came to mind was that you had asked Sonny. Sonny thought you were joking, so like just full of shit, and so it's like gave a like sarcastic sure. You did it. You took it as an actual yes. You didn't hear from Sonny for like 2 weeks and just moved on.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I think that's perfect.
I like that dynamic. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, we know each other. I think we probably get along well, but we're not close or like regular confidants or anything.
And I think to solidify Beam Me Up as the place that every player character goes to at some point, I think that's probably about the time you hear a motorcycle rumble as it pulls up to the parking lot.
Fantastic. Ruby, do you any general? I mean, you've had a rough morning, but any general acknowledgement of Sunny or BJ when she comes in?
Yeah, I mean, she's not Charity. She acknowledges people.
Fair.
She like she doesn't know them really well, but like they're in her class. So she'll smile and give a wave and maybe like say hi, but usually there's not more than that.
Like I think when BJ walks in, she is all business. Like I think the motorcycle helmet is off and hooked onto her belt while she's walking in. She is actively putting her spiked collar on her neck as she's walking in and fitting her gloves back on because she didn't get all the way dressed when she was heading out the door, so she's finishing it up on the road.
Excellent.
And that's when Ruby just hears a semi dreamy sigh.
I knew it. I saw the face.
Is that aspirational at that at this point?
100%.
All right.
Are you kidding?
Well, no. I just no extant background yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So fair. So all of you are in there. Drev, tell me about this barista for whom Sunny is a constant bane.
So this is Christopher Johnson.
All right.
The second O is an E, S-E-N.
Okay.
Johnson. He is 20 years old. He is a student at Triple C.
Okay.
Studying biology, and he works the morning shift. He specifically avoids morning classes so he can work the morning shift at the coffee shop.
Okay.
He thinks it gets him better tips.
Excellent. So it sort of is Christopher is behind the counter and attempting to kind of shuffle around to be elsewhere when Sunny reaches the front of the line, but does not manage to do so. And sort of looks up and goes, "Hey, Sammy. Good morning."
Hello. And
what can I get you today? We've got
This
a
high
real
school
nice.
does not tip.
Yeah.
what was that?
100%.
We got a real nice drip in today. Can I interest you in a cup of drip today?
No, I really need to get going this morning, so I'll get my usual.
How many?
Let's go with 10.
Ah,
There's like
there's a slow turn of the head in that direction.
Oh, they're gonna spit in your drink.
there's just sort of a strangled from Christopher, yeah. So it just sort of turns away and starts the laborious process of pulling 10 shots.
The question is, does this coffee shop have a good enough machine to be able to pull double shots at once?
No.
As a one-time coffee shop worker, I fucking hate you.
Is
To be
there
fair,
more than one barista /
Yes.
more than one machine working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
that's
you
the
have to
only
do.
reason.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. There's no.
So I feel like by the juxtaposition, at the same time, BJ is just walking up to the other barista and is like, Americano 1 flat, just like no intonation, like the simplest fucking drink you can possibly make.
So she's just sort of looking over at Christopher, and she looks back at you and goes, "Yeah.
I will.
There's a kind
caveat.
of a yeah.
The only reason Christopher even puts up with this is because Sonny knows the college library better than Christopher does and can help him with research.
I love that.
That's
Okay,
fair.
fantastic. That's great. All right. There is sort of a collective groan and muttering also from the people in line behind you when you place the order for 10 shots. I think there's a
obscene,
so
but also respect.
all right. So BJ, you get your Americano written on the side of the cup. It says BB. In time, eventually you get yours, and just as Christopher had addressed you, also written on the side of the cup is Sammy. it takes a while. I would imagine you are still there after everyone else has left at this point, waiting for the shots. And then you all, in your various methods, make your way into school. Correct?
Yep.
Lila, who sits next to you on the bus, or who do you sit next to?
I think I'm gonna try and find Xena and Paisley. I think I'm gonna boot. I think they might sit next to each other, and I am going to boot whoever is either in front of or behind them. I need to sit near them, because I need to start my day right.
All right. Yeah, there is a kid in front of them, sitting there named Chase, and you sort of can get up and how do you boot Chase out of the way?
Hey, I want to sit there.
Would you care to roll your
Yeah.
So let's find out if you are familiar with Chase.
Sure. I'll roll my thing here.
Should be 2d6 plus weird.
Yes. I guess I'll just use this here. Ooh.
Okay.
It's good.
All right.
Yeah.
So
so I no memory of me, and I remember something useful about them.
Yeah. So Chase kind of looks up, blinks, a little bit surprised, has big headphones on, wire coming down to a yellow Walkman clutched in his hand. Kind of looks up. What? Pulls it out.
I want to sit there. Do you mind moving?
I mean, I think I'm good.
Are you sure? Because I think I saw a spider on that seat the other day.
Yeah, fine, whatever. It sort of gets up, like looking back at the
seat,
seat, also casting some looks at you. Kind of comes over. You can see Chase move several seats down. It's like scanning around, looking around the window, looking at the seat, making sure there's nothing underneath. You can hear some snickers and giggles from around.
Hey.
And, hey.
Sit down and chin on the seat back. How's it going? Good morning.
Good.
So grind.
So Xena and Paisley look back at you with identical eyes, identical faces. But what is the easiest way to tell Xena and Paisley apart to someone who doesn't know them?
I think it's a hairstyle thing.
All right.
I think it's just the hairstyles. Not pretty identical. Which one was which?
Xena's the painter, and Paisley is the swimmer in track.
Yeah, Paisley's got her hair up because swimming in your hair is all messed up.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So Paisley said, "Killing it with the skirt."
Thank you.
Yeah. Xena says, "So you got out of the house. You were saying you didn't think your folks were going to let you."
Yeah. My mom was annoying about it, but I just, they're not the boss of me.
Oh, they think they are, though, right?
Yeah.
I know. God, I wanted to get, Paisley said, I wanted to get one of those new, side cut suits. And my mom said, no way. She said, it's too revealing. I said, I'm already wearing something that's skin tight in the water. What does it matter, Mom, if somebody sees my side? But I can't do it. Xena says, honestly, I think you just got to do it, right? I mean, okay, so how'd you get out of the house? Tell us so she can do it. I mean, it's easier for her. She can just wear it under her clothes, right? And Paisley says, "It's not that. It's buying it in the first place."
Yeah.
So, do you tell them about how you
I'm
made
gonna
your escape?
regale them with
Okay.
with the story. I'm gonna dramatize it a little bit, I think.
Okay.
You know.
Very cool.
Dish it up.
So yeah, so you pass the
Battle.
the rest of the ride in, but again, one way or another, all of you arrive at Nightgrove High.
Yes.
You make your way in, and all of you, your schedules vary in different ways, but all of you do have history together. You have your U.S. history class together, your first class this morning, and so you all file in. Which of you is the first to take their seat?
Of everyone here, being that BJ is the most no nonsense and wasn't held up by a 10-shot espresso order, probably BJ.
Okay. All right. So and then which of you are any of you late?
I'm not
No.
late only because I feel like there's no way Ruby's late. So
No, Ruby.
so
should've
yeah,
got it early.
I'm on time because Ruby's on time.
Okay. All right. So all of you make it to varying degrees.
Yes.
And your teacher, Mr. Harton, comes into the room. Mr. Harton is a middle-aged, probably mid-50s. He has he's wearing a pale Oxford blue shirt, short sleeves, but with a tie. He has salt and pepper hair, cut pretty close, largely entirely gone from the top of his balding pate. Little jowly, and some bags under his eyes, and a pair of khakis that is at this point kind of just holding on to its structural integrity for bare life, and a pair of old brown loafers. And Mr. Harton says, "All right, everybody. Okay, let's settle down. So we're gonna pick up where we were yesterday, the history of Maryland. So we're getting in at this point to our beloved Chase County." And he turns around and starts drawing a vague map of Chase County, which, as you all know, is situated in the northern part of Maryland, nestled in between
Looks
Baltimore
something like
and
the screen we
Carroll's
currently
counties.
have in front of us.
Little bit. I mean, this is the town of Nightgrove, but yeah, sort of sketching that out, and starts laying things out and says, "All right, so as you all know, our county is named for Samuel Chase, who was a signatory to the Declaration of Independence. He was eventually an associate justice of the Supreme Court. Now, who can remember," turns around, sort of gesturing at you with a chalk, "who can remember in what year Chase County was founded?"
I am not paying attention. My attention is directed fully towards the new person.
Okay. Fair. Yeah.
Ruby will raise her hand. I'm hoping she knows the answer.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you tell me you know, then I
Yeah,
think
I feel
you know.
like she would know.
You lived here your whole life. It was 1837.
Okay, then yeah, she'll raise her hand.
Okay. Very, very good, Miss Sinclair. Thank you very much. And he goes back and continues to sort of sketch out some of the history of Chase County. Now, as you all are looking around, you can see there are 2 empty seats in here that are normally occupied at this time of day. The new kid, Mark Toland, is not here. And Cecil Harmon is also not here. Both of their seats are empty. That's is that weird, Sonny? Is Cecil late to school ever, or is he usually pretty punctual?
He's usually pretty punctual.
Okay.
But on occasion, he's not there.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonny gives a sigh, because that means Cecil's going to have some story.
Okay. All right.
I think BJ, having probably seen that same record because she has nothing to do with people watch when she's in class, probably like stops sipping her Americano for a second, realizes that Cecil isn't here, and realizes that means something supernatural happened, and she's probably going to have to deal with it.
Okay. All right.
Those empty desks. Those were nerds. And I'm not trying to associate with that.
Fair.
So-
Fair.
I'm not asking about it, but I am noticing it.
So Mr. Harden is continuing on. So, I know most of you are aware of this, having gone over it at least in some scope in elementary school. But I know we have some new arrivals to the town, and he turns around and sort of gestures directly towards you, Lila.
No.
And there's kind of a everybody sort of turns and looks. There are some snickers, some as you would expect. How do you respond to the attention of the room?
I think she's been trying to avoid, like, anytime the teacher asks you a question you don't want to answer, you have to look away from them. Everyone knows this. This is the rule. And now she can't, and that's annoying. So she's going to, like, roll her eyes at this.
Okay.
Like, no, don't do this to me, man.
Well, Ms. Reed, I'm sorry if the history of our county is not interesting to you, but I'm sure to the rest of us, we all remember that the county seat, Nightgrove, where you find yourself living, Miss Reed, predates the founding of the county itself and was actually founded in 1762 by a religious group known as the Disciples of the Grove. We honor in traditions up to this day into the foundings, or well, in some ways.
What kind of traditions?
Oh, now you find yourself interested, Miss Reed. Well, in the future, you raise your hand and then you'll wait to be called upon. Yes, Miss Reed.
What kind of traditions?
Very good. Such as one coming up just next week, which I think you'll find rather interesting, is our annual tradition of harvest, and there is a kind of discussion of murmur of excitement that travels through. And this is it continues in some form up till today. There is still the annual corn maze. There's the jack-o'-lantern carving contest. There's the judging of local produce. The largest butternut squash is a personal favorite of mine within the judging. And then, of course, the burning of the Wicker Man. Although, of course, these days, the Wicker Man itself is made of largely of recycled newspaper fibers and other such donations. And yes, Miss Reed.
Like the horror movie?
Yep.
Well, there are some who say that particular movie, although I'm not a particular fan of horror films myself, so I have not seen it, but was based upon our traditions. And it is, of course, true that up until 1982, that the harvest king or queen, selected amongst the best and brightest from the school, was placed within the Wicker Man during the burning. But of course, after the case of Maryland v. Summerisle back in 83, apparently ritual sacrifice doesn't count as religious expression anymore. So that is no longer continued.
I raised my hand.
How would with what honorific would Mr. Harden address Lexi?
That is a really good question.
Given that it's the 90s, I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably gonna be Mr.
Okay, all right. Yes, Mr. Laramie.
Isn't it true that Robin Hardy lived here for a little while?
I'm afraid I don't know who that is.
The guy who wrote The Wicker Man or directed The Wicker Man.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful extra credit project for you, Mr. Laramie. A little bit of research. I will say also, amongst your classmates, there is kind of a grumble of disappointment at the concept that this aspect of harvest has changed. Those of you who grew up here, if you would like to gauge your own assessment of this, can give me a weird roll.
Okay.
I will say Lily and or Lila and Sunny, this is your second year here in town, right?
Yeah.
So this strikes you however you choose. I mean, they are pretty casually talking about on an annual festival up until, around a dozen years ago, they apparently used to burn somebody once a year here.
I feel like on a 4, this isn't even the weirdest thing that BJ's heard of in this town.
13.
Actually, for Lexi and Ruby, yeah, I mean, you were both little. It just kind of feels like the pageantry is missing a little bit these days. BJ, hearing it pointed out by people, it is kind of weird that they used to just straight up burn somebody every year.
Yeah.
The Summer Isle used to be was the mayor at the time, who was not elected after that case was lost.
Yeah, that's BJ being the most normal person here.
Yeah.
And simultaneously the demon. I was like, yeah, just straight up murder. Yeah, that was weird.
So
Sonny thinks it's weird, but is also really familiar with it already.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Alexa, yeah. Is it weird? Yes. Sundown states exist.
Yeah.
America's fucked up.
Well, although I think with that role, though, that is 100% true. America is definitely fucked up. This doesn't feel fucked up to you. This actually feels like there's a nostalgia for it.
Fair enough.
Which maybe that is something that Lexi could find ways to investigate in the future. But for right now, yeah, I will say out of character, this is something that is like you have a decided amount of nostalgia for this. You remember going when you were little. Maybe it was one of the few times that your parents made it a point to be in town, and take you to things. But So Mr. Harton is looking around and says, well, now I know you all are excited about Harvest coming up this week. It's on Thursday. But for right now, if I could please have all of you focused back on the lesson. And he will continue back asking questions throughout. But people are sort of murmuring and whispering and making plans about going to Harvest later on this week.
Oh, I wanna listen in on that. I wanna try and get this sounds like an event. I'm very confused about the sacrifice thing. I think it's gotta be some sort of I don't know, metaphor, some shit, right?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and investigate a mystery for me then, please. Roll plus sharp.
Ooh, nope, failure.
Okay. So who is it in this room that notices you eavesdropping that you really wish hadn't?
Oh. Well, I mean, I do have a crush. That seems like it's a good thing.
Mark your experience, by the way.
I did. Thank you.
Oh, right. Do I mark an experience for failing that weird roll?
You do, yes.
Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah. Lucas does, and I really didn't want him to.
Yeah.
Trying to be cool.
So Lucas is sort of listening and is leaning over and talking to someone else and sort of looks and sees you looking and kind of stops talking and kind of gives you a vaguely concerned
fully gonna blush. Fully turns red.
Okay, so Luca just kind of. Okay. Does Lila just kind of shrink a little? Or how does she respond? Or are you trying to play it off?
I'm gonna try and play it off cool. I'm feeling kind of confident. I mean, I was asking I bothered a teacher, and I'm wearing a short skirt. I feel confident today.
Any of
Yeah.
the rest of you who wish to do so can have clocked that interaction.
Yeah, she's not probably being able to hide this very well.
Yeah. But social flack caught aside, the rest of the class passes. The bell rings, and you all are again. Your schedules do vary, but next you do all have math next with Mr. Martin. So any chatter, and I know we're coming up on the end of our time, so we'll wrap up here in just a moment.
I mean, I think if as sort of like there's something more weird going on that Lila might pick up is probably like BJ, because she doesn't really have anyone to talk to, so she kind of mutters to herself and might be audible enough that Lila sitting nearby might hear her just going,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonder they outlawed fucking murder in the past 10 years.
Wait. Was it really like, is that like an actual sacrifice? It's not like a, sacrifice or.
No, it was an actual sacrifice.
Hey,
someone
really?
died.
What are the other kids? Is this as you're leaving, or is this when you're still in class?
I was probably still in class.
Okay. One of the other kids nearby turns around and kind of glares at you and says, "Hey, shut the fuck up. It's not murder. People going home."
Do I observe this since the two people who have fully my attention?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you
100,
probably do.
100%.
I think someone turns around and says that to her, and she just like stops mid sip on her Americano and gives them the glare that says, "If you keep opening your fucking mouth, I'm shoving this cup down your throat."
It's just kind of a turn back. Fucking weirdo.
Wow.
But yeah, Lexi, you totally clock that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not joining right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as we're, I think Lila's trying to gather stuff to go to math class next,
Yeah.
and is going to try and keep talking to BJ about this, but quieter now, because like there was that weird reaction, and I don't like, I've already embarrassed myself. I don't want to do it more. How, like, every year?
Until they banned it.
How many people died?
One a
Wouldn't
year.
there be like records of that or something?
Probably. If you found the right place to look.
Like the library, right? I mean,
restricted sections of the library. I think like City Hall might have records of that kind of stuff.
there are restricted sections in the library?
If you know where to look, yeah.
That's
I know.
about probably the point that I'll lean like, I can help you find it.
Really?
Yes.
I feel
I know
like
people.
I feel like Sonny already knows all this information.
Yeah. Yep.
Like Sonny's already combed through those books.
Do you say anything at this point? Do you interject into this conversation?
Sonny, when asked how many, Sonny will like mutter,
rattle off a number, just on instinct.
Yep. So as far as you're aware, about 220, dating back to 1762. The records get a little tougher the farther back you go, but it's actually not restricted. You actually looked into it and were able to find in the local paper, which I think we named and I don't have in front of me. But because of the timing, I'm not gonna grind things to a halt. But I mean, there was a period of time as you looked back through that, like, every year there were, the reports around the 20th or 21st of September. There were reports on harvest with, smiling pictures of the harvest king or queen that year, a local 16-year-old. Reports on the biggest butternut squash and other associated things, winners of the jack-o'-lantern carving contest, all the things from harvest going back just in the local paper.
Yeah, and as they're leaving, BJ's like, human sacrifice isn't even the weirdest thing that's happened in this town.
And you all make your way over to your math class, and the bell rings. Mr. Martin isn't there yet, and sort of shuffles in a moment or two after, and people are starting to go 5-minute rule, right? We got it. Oh, and there's sort of a collective oh as Mr. Martin comes in. Mr. Martin is middle-aged, probably mid-50s. He's got a powder pink shirt on, short sleeves with a tie, an older, very faded pair of khaki pants, some old loafers, black and salt and pepper hair, mostly gone over the top of his head, cropped close on the sides, and a big black mustache. As he walks in, and I've posted pictures of Mr. Hardin and Mr. Martin in the in the Slack. And Mr. Martin comes and says, "Oh, hey everybody, good morning. I'm sorry, I was running a little behind after my last class. So back to algebra now." And sort of starts coming into a gesture around. Shawnee, were you about to say something?
I was going to ask if I clocked the fact that they are literally the same person with a mustache.
Well, I two things I would say. If BJ is sort of having that thought, you kind of do have that thought. Do you voice this, or is this just something you're thinking?
It's something she's thinking. She's trying to put two and two together in her head. Has this always been the same person but with a mustache?
So I mean, well, Mr. Hardin has always looked like Mr. Hardin, and he generally has been clean shaved. And Mr. Martin, as long as you've been aware of Mr. Martin, has always had a mustache. But I mean, that's crazy because two things: one, they're named different things, and two, Mr. Martin again has a mustache, so they're clearly different people. So okay.
I would like to voluntarily.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of like ideas that you're having out of character, but that's pretty silly.
I would like to voluntarily fail a weird roll.
Yeah. Okay. If you want. I mean. Anyway, like I said, Mr. Martin, who is your math teacher.
Okay, I just got that too. History, Martin, math. Okay, yeah.
It's so easy. It's so easy to remember. God. Okay. Fine.
All I can imagine is that Sonny has genealogical records for both families. They're clearly different people. They come from different families and everything.
Language arts is going to be Mr. Larton.
So, well, I appreciate the jokes.
Yeah. So, as your math lesson starts, there is a crackle over the school intercom, and you can hear the voice of Miss Carity, who is the vice principal, say, "Good morning, Nightgrove High. I'm sorry to interrupt your second period, but I'm afraid we're going to ask all students to report to the gymnasium. I'm afraid we have some news to share with the student body. Sheriff Deadman is here and has a presentation for all of you. So all teachers, please make sure that your students make their way to the gymnasium. Thank you very much. Have a great morning, Nightgrove High. Go Nighthawks." And there is a click as Miss Carity hangs up, and that's where we will stop for this week, and we'll resume next week with Sheriff Deadman's presentation to you all in the auditorium. Thanks, everybody.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Goodbye.